This is part 2 of going through the map functions and widgets for the MnSHIP application. I'm going to open up the public map. What I'm going to be talking about in this video is the map layers and how to utilize the table of contents. So when I open up this widget, you'll see that there's a list of different map layers. The first thing you'll notice is that some of the map layers are gray and some of them are black. The ones that are gray are not visible because I'm not zoomed in close enough. The ones that are in black are visible because I'm zoomed in close enough. The first thing I'll talk about is opening and closing groups. So much like in GIS, some of these layers are within a larger group. So over here by the reference layer, if I click this arrow, it'll expand the group. And now I can see all of the other data sets that are within the reference layers. I can close that group by clicking collapse. I'm going to zoom in now to St. Paul. And as I do this, I'll get to a point where these layers are now black. That shows me that these are now visible on the map. They're no longer grayed out. If I want to turn a layer on or off, I just click the eye symbol. So I just turn the points off, and now I'll turn them back on. Another thing I can do is adjust the opacity. If I click this options button here, you can see this increase or decrease opacity button. So if I click the decrease, you can see the points become lighter until they're eventually totally see-through. Or if I increase the opacity, they get darker. Additionally, I can add labels for the MnSHIP points, lines, and polygons. If I click the toggle labels, you'll see labels pop up. There's so many points on this map here that not all the labels show up. So as I zoom in, more of the properties are labeled. Eventually, when I zoom in much closer, almost all of them are labeled. But you'll notice some of them aren't because these are still too close to be labeled right here. But if I zoom in a bit more, they're all labeled now. And I can turn off the labels by just clicking the toggle labels. Now again, that only is for the points, lines, and polygons data. I'm going to turn these off for now. And let's look at some of the reference layers. So right now you'll see that I have a bunch of reference layers that are defaulted off. I can turn those on by clicking the eye symbol, and now they'll appear on the map. Go to a place where there's some of these passenger and freight railroads, so you'll see them showing up here. One thing to keep in mind is if you have a layer on and it's within a group that is on, it'll show. If you have a layer that's on, but it's within a group that is off, like I just turned reference layers off, it will not show. So be sure to make sure that all of the groups that a layer belongs to are on in order for you to see it.